So interesting. The second Poland Auschwitz movie this year. Which one is better? Chase Liaki here with the Blue Futon reviewing Treasure. What's about pretty simple premise. Do you know how I said like there was been two this year? Well, the first one I saw was at Sundance. It hasn't come out yet. It's Jesse Eisenberg's movie, A Real Pain. But this is one is now Leah Dunham and Stephen Fry doing one called Treasure. And this one's based in 1991, Warsaw. And the daughter, Leah Dunham, which their mother just passed away, wants to go to Poland and see what their life was like or what they experienced because she didn't learn a single thing growing up. There was very closed off family. And so the father decides to show up because he thinks Poland is very unsafe of what he experienced in the past. And now we're going to get some family angst. We're going to understand what he went through. We're going to understand her somewhat lifestyle and what she's going through as well. So did I like this film? It was fine. I honestly, I won't lie. I saw the trailer and I was like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of Leah Dunham either. I don't find her comedy humorous whatsoever. But it wasn't this. This wasn't really a comedy. This was more of a father-daughter road trip with forced angst. So to talk about the positives, I do think the landscape and the actual production design really felt like we were in 1991, and it felt like none of it was soundstage. So that was really good scouting locations of getting this movie to look like 1991, as well as just to make it feel, dirty, if you want to put it that way. I do like some of the story elements, especially there's a story element of when he was younger, his family owned a factory, had this house, and then when he left in 1940, some other people just randomly took the house just like that weren't Jews, and my guess is probably more gypsy-esque. I know that's frowned upon to say that, but if you actually go to Lithuania, those parts of the world, they say if you're on a train, don't sit with the gypsies, don't act like you're a gypsy. So there's things like that which you do have to pay attention to in different parts of the world, and I think that is very intriguing to watch this part because she's like, this china is yours, this bowl is yours, this coat is yours, but now they are bargaining off of us because we want something that used to be our family heirloom. And I found that to be an interesting aspect of it. And then I do think there's some interesting story elements that could have worked when it came to her past and the relationship between Garth, her ex-husband, and the father character. There could have been a little bit something more to that, but they decided to wash it away and focus on the father-daughter relationship and some of her angst. I think that's where the movie kind of falters, is her, because you don't get a lot of elements about her. Yes, you know that she is overweight. She knows it, and that's why she is, trying to eat not after 7, eat quote-unquote bird food. So with that, they just show it, what he's eating and her's eating, but they don't dive deep into it. They try to make it a story element, but I feel like they kind of got washed away. That's one thing that kind of bothered me. The second one that bothered me was this elevator scene, and where of course they both, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, it was either Auschwitz, yeah. After coming back from Auschwitz, they kind of go their separate ways. He goes to the dance floor, and then she goes to her room, and she's in an elevator, and they just start laughing, and she's yelling at them, what's so fucking funny? And at a point, it's just the world doesn't revolve around you. You went into an elevator with other people. If you really wanted to be in an elevator by yourself, you should have, thought about you and those other passengers that, maybe this isn't the best for me, but doing that correlates to the world revolves around you, and you think they need to shut up for you. And that also shows what society we're in today, probably. Maybe that's what they're trying to show with him, trying to be more open. Open is the wrong word, but lackadaisical, and she's more tight and up niche. So I didn't like that either. And then I'm guessing, I am just completely guessing because it's based on true events, that there really wasn't this father-daughter angst or weight issue, because they do show pictures at the very end, and I don't know, I just can't feel it. I do think it was very Hollywoodized with what they were trying to do on that element, because it was forced. It felt very forced about, yes, maybe he was closed off, and yes, maybe the mother died a year ago, but I felt like some of the bantering just didn't make sense for some of the scenes, or they wanted to make a fake rift between the two, and I don't know. It just felt out of place, and then the crying scene at the very end, I don't know. It just, nothing was emotional to me in this movie. Like, it just didn't stick because most of it felt forced. And I understand what they were trying to do, but it just didn't work for me as a movie going experience. So overall, Treasures, I won't lie, when I saw the trailer, I thought I was going to despise this movie. But after leaving and the credits rolling, I go, that wasn't bad. However, it just feels forced and unnecessary to a point, because it's like, if you really want to tell this true story about Warsaw 1991 father-daughter relationship, does it really need this forced angst to it? And I'm going to say no. So Treasure will receive a 2.5 out of 5 with Futons, which goes at 50%. So see the critics and news scores gave this one. So you have critics a 38% with 37 of them. No critic consensus. So overall, 50-38. Chase Liaki here at the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know things Futontopia. You Blue Futons, think, watch a great day. I don't care if you watch this today, tomorrow, week, from a month, or a year from now. I love every single freaking one of you. I hate that feeling where you try to talk and it just doesn't come out. That sounded weird. Anyway, thank you for watching. Truly, truly me.